I'm convinced winning in New York City is beneath us. It just wasn't meant to be. We had it right in our grasp, and all it took was a set piece corner kick to do it all. Yeah, we were finally going to have all 3 points in New York City, and we just were not able to do it. And our best was the draw, which that hurts. That really hurts. And for those who are going to ask, did I go to this game? No, I didn't go to the game. There's problems on the subway, so I'm not going to risk my neck. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because this would have been heartbreaking. To say the least, watching it in person, you know. So we're going to get through this. Inter Miami's wearing their black kits. That's why I'm wearing mine. I thought it was pretty cool. New York City wearing their blue. Start off with the Inter Miami ball. There will be a shot attempt for Rodriguez, Santiago Rodriguez. He misses to the left. There was a shout for handball, which would be a free kick. Right towards that spot, a dangerous spot for Messi, and just missed it to the right. Just a couple of yards, a little bit to the right. 2 corner kicks for NYCFC, both were cleared away. Santiago Rodriguez almost guessed this one, but he hit the post. Rodriguez with that free kick, that could have been 1-0, but it hit the post and it bounced off Drake Counter's head to make it a corner, which was insane. I've never seen that sequence before. A free kick hitting the post, and it comes back and hit the head, of the goalkeeper to force a corner. I've never seen that before. So that corner kick was cleared away. A few minutes later, there will be a shot attempt for Gressel that was blocked. Corner kick for Inter Miami. That would probably be their only corner kick of the entire game. Luis Suarez gets blocked, and that should have been 1-0 Inter Miami right there. He was blocked by his own teammate. Robert Taylor was right there in the way of obstructing Luis Suarez to getting a 1-0 lead over New York City. That could have been 1-0 right there, and it didn't. Offside, Taylor. Even if the goal did go by, it would have been offside. But still, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Max Morales with the shot attempt, but that was saved by Drake Callender, and a marvelous save. Yellow card on Tanasiewicz for NYC. Their first yellow, and many more to come. Ian Fry gets shown actually before that there was a corner kick for New York City that was cleared away. Hans Wolf gets blocked, and Ian Fry gets shown a yellow card off of this situation. Corner kick for New York City. That was nowhere to be found for the players. Shot blocked by Tanasiewicz. That was blocked away. And then not much has happened since then. It's kind of a passing back and forth game. And we end halftime. No stoppage time at all, folks. I know it says a minimum minutes. ESPN just didn't have any numbers to it, mostly because there was no stoppage time. So immediately go to halftime, and then we come right back out. Pretty good to say the least, considering that they're in that dreadful field. Yankee Stadium is a historic stadium. It's very historic, and even then, Apple TV wanted to talk about Yankees, Babe Ruth, Derek Jeter, just to name a lot more. And then they mentioned Messi in the stadium. So a lot of legends are played in that stadium. But boy, a lot of problems with the field. It's so bad. I'm sorry. I'm glad they're constructing the stadium in Queens, a soccer specific stadium, because it looks so hideous. Not only looks so hideous, but but it's so small. I don't know how other players in the league would adapt to it, honestly. Anyway, second half starts, a lot more action. First shot attempt for Keaton Parks. He misses to the right. And Alonso Martinez also misses to the right. And those were just barely any misses. And Drake Callender has that disadvantage because the sun, you know, even though it's an afternoon game, sun is kind of setting towards that side with the shade is now coming through. You ever see those baseball games where a sun is setting from behind and you see that shadow shade increasingly coming, you know, slowly coming over the home plate? It's that scenario. And considering the fact that where Drake Callender is in the second half, and NYCFC was in the first half, where they were was home plate, around the home plate area, right? Or at the very least, a foul territory if it's baseball. So the shadow is coming up. It's coming in, and, you know, the sun, where the ball is, it could be a factor. So anyway, few minutes later, there will be another shot attempt for New York City. Keaton Parks, he misses again through the through ball or the cross from the set piece free kick, just barely missing it to the right or too high. Corner kick for NYC that was cleared. A little bit after that, Hans Wolf or actually that wasn't cleared. There was actually a shot attempt from Hans Wolf, but he misses to the right. And Hans Wolf soon after would try again, but that was saved by Drake Callender. A marvelous save there, especially when he's in the shadow. There would be a shot attempt from Luis Suarez, but that was blocked. And then after that, things kind of get heated. And not the fault of NYCFC players, and I'm not afraid to say it. Jordi Alba comes from behind, and he pushes. I believe it was Thiago. I think it was Thiago. I already forgot his last name. I think it's Thiago Martins. Jordi Alba pushed him from behind. And things kind of escalated. There was punches were not being thrown, but there were a lot of words being said. Alba deservedly get the yellow card, and Thomas Aviles gets a yellow card, you know, for saying some choice of words against NYCFC players. Things got heated. For Inter Miami. I don't know whether or not there was frustrations on the defense, whatever the case that may be, but Jordi Alba he's got to have control of his temper, because that cannot happen. That is a silly thing to happen for Jordi Alba, and I'm an Miami guy, and he's in my team, but that was silly. That was absolutely silly, because doing that could put you in harm, in the season. That is a suspension type of thing that could happen. Frustrations? Maybe, but control it. And then, just a little bit after, another yellow card has been shown. And this one's on Noah Allen. He gets a yellow card. Santiago Rodriguez gets blocked outside the box. And then a little bit after that, trying to clear it. And then another yellow card has been shown. This one is a really weird foul. One of the NYCFC players was just trying to come, or I don't know if it was Morales or not. He was trying to go over, flung over on Suarez, and Suarez reacted in a certain way, or got himself in an angle where he's going to hurt the guy. He gets shown another yellow. And then I'm thinking in my head, like, he's getting a lot of yellows. So is Jordi Alba. He's getting yellows too. Is there a yellow card accumulation going to be in effect soon? I don't know. Well, what I've heard, those are his 7th yellow cards. So, yellow card accumulation suspensions must have already happened. I don't quite remember anymore. So, anyway. Chaotic things has happened. Pretty chaotic, right? So, NYCFC gets a corner kick, and nothing happens. A little bit after that, though, Alonso Martinez tries to shoot from the bottom right corner, but Drake Callender has it. And then Santiago Rodriguez does get a yellow card for a silly foul that they have committed. Inter Miami made a substitution. Campana comes in for Robert Taylor. And it turned out to be a good sub because 3 minutes later, finally, for the first time ever in club history, we finally scored a freaking goal in New York City. Believe it or not, that was our first ever goal in New York City, ever. I don't recall scoring against them in 2021. I really don't recall it. We didn't go to New York City in 2020. We did go to Harrison. That's a different story. I don't recall them scoring in 2021. They definitely didn't score in 2022. And two different stadiums, because the regular season game happened in July 2022. That was at Yankee Stadium. I think that was a game that a player from NYCFC, Valentin Castellanos, he was going to be loaned off to Europe. And then that was at Yankee Stadium. And then another game happened in New York City. It was a playoff game. And we were shut out 3-0 in that game, and that was at Citi Field. And then last season, we didn't even score anything. So yeah, from my knowledge, this is the first ever goal in New York City, and Campana has that one. And that was a beautiful play by Messi and by Alba, and Campana buries it to make it 1-0. Amazing goal that has happened. 5 minutes later, Keaton Parks gets a yellow card for a bad foul, and New York City made 3 substitutions after that one. Bakrar replaces Alonso Martinez. Atlantic comes in for Tavon Gray, and Perea replaces Keaton Parks. Benjamin Cremaschi comes in for Gressel. Cremaschi almost makes it 2-0 into Miami, but that was saved by NYC's goalkeeper. Shot attempt was blocked with Bakrar. He gets blocked, and then Bakrar again gets blocked. And Morales gets shown a yellow card, and that was a deserved foul. That was silly. He's also getting a yellow card. Santiago Rodriguez, following a fast break that has happened because Inter Miami's turnover is still an issue. He misses. He misses pretty horribly on a right. That could have tied right there, folks. It really could have. 2 more substitutions for New York City. McFarland replaces Kevin O'Toole, and Julian Fernandez comes in for Hans Wolf. And 5 minutes of stoppage time has been announced. Inter Miami makes a substitution because of the fact that Noah Allen got hurt, and I think it's more of a cramp problem, but he got hurt. He had to be subbed off, and they put in Kristoff. Yeah, nice. Because after that, James Sands with a free kick situation, and that was blocked away. That was gonna be a situation. Corner kick for Inter. New York City FC. And right at the death, they freaking tied it. Oh my. It was 1 minute left. It was literally 1 minute left. And James Sands was able to get it in close range from the header. Not meant to be. It's just not meant to be. And then the game ends 1-1 draw. They stole 2 points from us. They have better head-to-head record against us. And that was right there was our best chance to perhaps win the game in New York City. And we didn't do that. Statistics, 53% possession time for Inter Miami, 47% for New York City. 4 shots on goal for New York City. They only made one, which means Drake Counter made 3 saves. Only 2 shots on goal for Inter Miami, and both of those came in the second half. One was made by Campana, and the other one was saved by NYC's goalkeeper. 6 shot attempts as a whole for Inter Miami, 17 shot attempts for New York City. They played a hell of a lot better for numerous reasons. One, they're aware of the field. And number 2, they have Inter Miami's number for years. You would think that they would adapt to it. And with Messi on the field, what is going on? Are they just not used to the fact that he's back on the field? They have to adapt to it. What is going on? 18. And this is where it gets crazy. 18 fouls for Inter Miami, 15 fouls for New York City FC, 5 yellow cards for Inter Miami. By the way, we didn't even go over this, but there was actually a red card. For those who could put in the comments, you forgot the red card. Well, the reason why they don't show the red card here, the red card, this was immediately after the fact that Thomas Aviles was getting a yellow card. This was in the 60s minutes. One of our assistant coaches got a yellow and then gets second yellow. He gets sent off. I don't know who it was. I think it might have been a different Martino. His son? Could be Gerard. He gets sent off. He got sent off. And they didn't report it here because they only reported on players. But yeah, that is what happens. So, if it says 0 red cards, well, actually, there was one. And that was one of our bench coaches. That's insanity. It all came from that craziness that happened with Jordi Alba pushing Thiago Martins. And Messi was jawing at Martins or Rodriguez. They were jawing at each other. So it was some escalation in that sequence. So I have a feeling it's far from over from these two clubs in the future. It really would be. That's the premises of Miami and New York rivalry. All sports. You know, the Dolphins hate the Jets. The Heat definitely hate the Knicks. The Marlins hate the Mets. And they beat the Yankees in a World Series. Not in that exact stadium, but you get what I'm talking about. And the Florida Panthers has recently had a rivalry with New York teams. They've beaten the Rangers in the Eastern Conference Finals to go win the Stanley Cup. So all sports. Now, are we looking at this rivalry? I don't know. Only 1 corner kick for Inter Miami. That was in the first half. 8 corner kicks for New York City. 8. And one of them was a death goal. We got to do better. We need to do better. Honestly. If we're going to win the Supporter Shield, we got to actually win a game. Okay? So as of right now, I don't know anything else because this game happened at 2 o'clock and ended at 4 o'clock. So as far as everything else, I don't exactly know what's happened with everyone. We're at 64 points. We're still comfortably ahead against FC Cincinnati and LA Galaxy, and even I'll throw in a couple more teams. You know, Columbus Crew. Maybe you could throw in Real Salt Lake. They're starting to get hot, but we're still comfortably ahead, but only by 9 points as of right now. For all I know, we could be 6 points ahead. So next week against Charlotte FC, we have to win the game to stay ahead and win the Supporter Shield. We already made the playoffs. That was already established. We made the playoffs back in August 24th, against FC Cincinnati with 2 men down. But we'll see what happens with that one. Even if we don't win the Supporter Shield, the biggest priority goal is to win the MLS Cup. We have to do it this season. If not, a lot of expectations for the next season, which we know that could be Messi's last year with us. A lot to think about, but this should have been a W, but it wasn't. So anyway, either way, guys, there you go. That's going to do it for this particular video. If you like this video, Hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami 2G has your back, and what he does, he'll be right there with your favorite team you deserve. I'll see you guys tonight after the football game. Should be an exciting one. And yeah, folks, I'll see you guys next time. Audio.